All right, what's up, guys? In today's video, we're talking about what are the top 5 most underrated weapons to use right now in Warzone. We're going to look at guns that are actually extremely good, but just aren't used because the majority of players are using the gun that's just a little bit better than that current weapon. There are 5 weapons that I think, with the nerf of the FFR and the AUG, if that comes in the new season, these are weapons that will definitely jump up in the ranks and will definitely take a rise to the top. So obviously, first things first, I'm going to showcase the weapons and I'm going to showcase why. What I think is the #1 most underrated weapon is the Cold War MP5. If the MAC-10 does get a little bit of a nerf again, which they've already nerfed it pretty hard, even nerfing the Task Force barrel to take away the MAC-10's ability, the Cold War MP5 is the fastest killing SMG right now in Warzone, and it definitely is going to be a top SMG in my opinion moving forward into the new season. As far as the second most underrated weapon, I think the Stoner is definitely in there. If they actually go through and fix these barrels to give you the improved bullet velocity or range, anything on any of these attachments besides just the Task Force, I think this will be a top tier weapon. It basically has one of the fastest time to kills of all the LMGs. It's incredibly accurate, and being a cold weapon has incredible mobility. The next two is going to be the Fin. This gun is actually bugged right now. The adverse barrel actually doesn't increase your fire, which is a huge negative in my opinion. But this gun has no recoil and has a basically MG34 fire with no recoil, meaning it doesn't miss. So the gun is definitely top tier. The time to kill, which I'll showcase, is incredible. The ODEN has the best bullet velocity in the game. With one headshot and a couple of chest shots, has one of the fastest time to kills, like top 3 fastest time killing gun in the game. All you need is one headshot, which makes this gun incredible. And then number 5, I have the AN94. If any of these assault rifles get nerfed or buffed like the AMAX, the AN94 is excellent. So what I want to do in order to showcase what makes these guns good is I like to actually take a look at their data. A lot of the reasons my own opinions are different than everybody else. I like mobility, I like ADS, I like movement speed, strafe speed. A lot of stats in my opinion that help, which don't factor into people's decisions. The one factor we're going to take a look at in this, I'll showcase on the screen here, is the damage profile. So a lot of people don't understand you have 250 health, and a lot of people that don't data mine don't understand that a certain gun has a time to kill based on how many shots you get to the chest, head, stomach, limbs. And one headshot can lower your time to kill, one chest shot can lower your time to kill, one stomach shot can raise your time to kill. So what I want to take a look at is where those guns stand as far as what makes them better or what makes them good. As I said, with that ODEN, all it takes is one headshot to make this basically the fastest killing gun in the game. So let's go take a look at the data first. Like I said, the MP5 is the #1 gun to take a look at. So with the MP5 being an SMG, there's really no data to look at. The time to kill is really good. Like I said, it's obviously the fastest, so there's not really much you can do. I'm basically going to ignore all the data on this gun specifically. We're going to ignore the data. I want to take a look at how to build the MP5 to be the best SMG. The previous Modern Warfare MP5, everyone used the hipfire build. With the Task Force barrel, it does improve your range, bullet velocity, and strafe speed, which helps a lot with this gun. In my opinion, what you want to go for most to make this better than the MAC-10, which is what people should be going for, it already kills faster. What you want to do to make it better is add the bruiser grip. It does have no negatives. It improves your movement speed and your hip fire to make this gun go from pretty good to better. And then you want to stack that with the 5-mullet laser. So the 5-mullet laser actually cannot be seen by enemies. All it does is lower your ADS by a little bit, which does stack with that bruiser grip to give you an incredible hip fire. With this gun, a lot of people don't like it because the first 17 shots kick hard, the next 30 don't kick at all. So it kicks hard fast and then stops kicking, which is kind of hard to control. So what you want to do to make it the best is go for the best hip fire. And by also using the bruiser grip, you improve your movement speed to make it faster moving than that of the MAC-10. Obviously, with AG Suppressor Task Force, you improve your range excellent amount. And that is my opinion what makes this the best, I guess, MP5 better than the MAC-10. Obviously, the biggest factor if you're trying to make the best class setup, obviously take off the Raiders, the 5-mullet, put the Raider stock and the Field Agent to give you the best recoil, and obviously the best strafe speed. And the sprint to fire is improved, which makes it basically instant if you want the best mobility. But those are the 2 best class setups in my opinion. What makes the MP5 a top tier gun. So what you guys will be able to see on the screen is the MP5 time to kill versus that of the MAC-10. This is very short and simple to the point. This is the fastest killing SMG, and the class setup I actually built for it is to make that of a hip fire build, which is supposed to be similar to that of the MP5, where you are literally point blank in someone's face trying to hip fire them and kill them. This is not a gun that's used above the 10-meter range, which is where this gun excels, 11 meters and less. This is for the most aggressive players. As I said, we're trying to build this to be better than that of the MAC-10, which you guys can see. The MAC-10 does have an open bolt delay, which does lower the time to kill. Kills about 50 milliseconds faster, which is about 10%. Definitely noticeable. It obviously drops off really hard after the 11 meters. But like I said, this is for point blank, basically the most aggressive in building rush fighting people aggressive SMG. And we're building to make it better. As I said, the movement speed is faster, which is what makes it excellent. And then your hip fire is a lot better. So those are the two big benefits we're going for, to have a really fast moving gun, which is why we're using that grip. And then obviously the hip fire is significantly improved to basically make it extremely good. So that's it for the time to kill of the MP5 compared to the other best SMG, the MAC-10. Next thing I want to take a look at is actually, like I said, breaking down the data for that of the Stoner and all of the other guns. So the next gun to take a look at is going to be the Stoner. Obviously, I want to showcase you guys the class setups in order to show you guys can see what makes this the best. The task force barrel was changed in the most recent update a couple weeks ago. It does make your recoil worse, but improve your bullet velocity and range, which helps. Obviously, Agent Suppressor also improves your bullet velocity and range, which helps, and it lowers the recoil, which definitely kind of counters that. The Field Agent obviously helps your recoil to give it the best, which counters and stacks with Task Force. A majority of the barrels really do nothing. 75 rounds is plenty. The Fast Mag is going to improve your reload. If you did not want to run the Fast Mag, by the fact that they now have improved and basically made the rear grips usable. I haven't tested them yet, so I can't fully confirm this, but the Airborne Elasto Wrap should be the best. Improves your aiming stability, which counters the Agency Suppressor, and it's going to give you the fastest ADS. So if you're looking for the most aggressive, this is going to be that. Obviously, axial arms 3 times, basically the VLK. So those are basically what I'd use for my best class setup. So now we go through and take a look at the data. So what you have on the screen here, I'll showcase a little thing to the left. We have the basically what makes it. So you have your chest shots and your stomach shots, and then the overall damage, the time to kill, and the shots to kill. That's going to showcase what makes a gun good. If it takes like 1 stomach shot to lower your time to kill, you have to be incredibly accurate. So with this gun, you guys can see you still can get a 7-shot kill by only getting 3 stomach shots, which is very, very good. Then when you take a look at what it takes to get the time to kill lower, it only takes 2 headshots, but you have to be perfect and shoot 4 chest shots, which in my opinion, the biggest factor for what I'm determining what makes these guns good or bad is what it takes to lower time to kill. 50% of weapons have more damage to the chest, and 50% of them have the same damage across the board. So the majority of guns we're going to look at are guns that do more damage to the chest, and how many shots it takes to kill to the stomach that will lower it. With this being 4 chest shots and 3 stomach, that's incredible. You don't have to be as accurate to still maintain that time to kill. And 2 headshots to lower your time to kill, which you guys can see goes from basically 500 to 417, which 417 is the fastest killing gun in the game. 6 shots, 417 millisecond time to kill would be godly. Would be like you blink and they're dead. No one would know how to react. So that's basically it for the Stoner. As I said, 7 chest shots still the same, 6 still the same, 5 still the same. 4 chest shots will still give you the 250 damage, which will still maintain that time to kill. As soon as you miss 4 chest shots and get 3, that's when your time to kill will lower and go down to 8 shots time to kill. So what we're taking a look at next is the Stoner 63 and how it kills faster than the PKM up to its base range. It's about 60 milliseconds faster, about 10% faster time to kill than the PKM. Both these guns do have an open bolt delay, which is why LMGs haven't been meta since the Bruin was nerfed, which didn't have an open bolt delay. The reason the PKM is still the most underrated weapon in the game is because that time to kill is incredible, but when you have that open bolt delay, just like the MAC-10, it lowers that time to kill, and there's no magazine like the 60-round mag that helps improve it. So the PKM and the Stoner are still going to stay underrated, but the Stoner, in my opinion, is the best LMG right now. You guys can see the 567 millisecond time to kill is incredibly fast and faster than that of the PKM. It does have a little bit less range by about 20%. And then obviously the big negative, once that damage drops off, once you go above the 45 meters of the stoner. The PKM does kill faster because it does have a faster fire rate and a similar damage to that of the stoner. So in its base range, up to about 45 meters, the stoner kills faster, which is why it's definitely on my list of the most underrated weapons. It's obviously not going to be as accurate as a Modern Warfare weapon because nothing stacks up to Modern Warfare weapons' accuracy because of the way the class is built. But mobility, if you're on the fast mag or the speed tape, 100% will be way better than that of the PKM as far as your movement speed, strafe speed, all those kind of stats will be better. So the stoner is definitely as one of the most underrated guns right now and the best LMG right now in Warzone. So the next gun I want to go through and take a look at, which should be the ODEN. So now what we'll be taking a look at on the screen is the ODEN, and once again the overall stats of it to basically compare it. We have 77 to the head, 62 to chest, 48 to the body. Obviously, if you do the math, 5 body shots is only 240 damage, which would take 6 in order to kill somebody, which your time to kill is 726 milliseconds, which is incredibly slow, like terrible. Best thing about the ODEN is the bolt velocity is #1, and the base range is 84 meters, which is longer than any base range besides the AUG, M16, and FAMAS, which have no damage drop-off. So when you go through and take a look, the pretty much average is 5 shots to kill is going to give you a 581 millisecond time to kill, which is very, very good. All you need is 3 chest shots and 1 headshot to get a 4-shot kill, which is going to have a 436 millisecond time to kill, which is incredibly fast. As I said, when I've gone through and data mined all this, trying to figure out what makes the gun best, headshots was my biggest factor. If it takes 1 or 2 headshots to lower the time to kill, those are the guns that are basically going to catch you off guard. Similar to the M13. The M13 has incredible headshots and can catch you off guard. So with this ODEN, it will definitely catch you off guard. Doing that 62 to the chest, 4 shots will leave you with 2 health, which is what makes it incredible. So that's basically it for the ODEN. It's incredibly good. 3 chest shots and 1 head with a slow firing weapon. It's pretty easy to be accurate, and it's also full auto. You don't have to tap the trigger like a couple of the other guns. You just hold it and it'll shoot for you, which is what makes the gun good. And with that bolt velocity, your bolts basically shoot in a straight line. They're not going to drop, they're not going to fade, which makes your accuracy go up. So that's what's good about the ODEN. So what we take a look at on the screen now is the ODEN time to kill versus the AUG, which is obviously the most popular long-range meta weapon right now. You guys can see the ODEN is about 581 milliseconds there in the light blue, with the AUG being 590. So they're almost identical, as obviously the AUG is a little bit better because it is a burst weapon, therefore it catches you off guard by a little bit. But with the ODEN, as I said, if you can get 1 headshot, you guys can see the very bottom in the blue is a 436 millisecond time to kill, and that range extends all the way out to about 85 meters, which you guys can see the light blue line drops off. But the AUG is the most popular weapon. If they nerf it, I definitely think the ODEN can jump into a top tier, extremely underrated weapon. Every time I play quads and I do, you know, that 60 damage to the chest, it takes 2 shots to wipe someone's plates off almost completely, which definitely catches them off guard. Definitely a very underrated weapon as far as the overall time to kill. It's very competitive against the AUG, and the bolt velocity is what's going to make it the most accurate at range, which is why I personally love the weapon. The next gun to take a look at was the Fin. This gun has over 1,017 fire rate, with similar to the same shot to the head, body, and then the limbs is 22. So your overall, the one biggest factor with this gun is it takes 9 perfect chest shots to maintain that 472 millisecond time to kill, which I have the damage you guys will see on the screen. So that's what to me, as I'm going through and looking at these weapons, is how many times can you hit them in the body for it to actually maintain the time to kill. And with this gun, to maintain that 531 millisecond time to kill, which is still SMG level, that's about, I think, the same level as the MAC-10. Same time to kill as the MAC-10, and you only have to get 50% of the shots to the chest to maintain one of the fastest time to kills in the game, which is what makes this gun incredible. Obviously, it does the same to the head, so headshots is going to take like above 3 or 4 at least to lower your time to kill. So the basic overall time to kill this gun is about 531 on average. 99% of your fights, 531, will win a majority of those fights. If you're competing against M4s, Graus, Kilos, with the Fin, it's just as accurate and kills faster, and that is why I do have it on this list. because the time to kill from your, what everyone claims is the base, that's why I kind of want to go through. When you go watch any video, they're going to tell you this is the time to kill. Mind you, that is only the time to kill if you get 100% chest shots. And a bunch of the guns I've gone through and looked at, a lot of them take 100% chest shots to maintain a time to kill. If you get one stomach shot, the time to kill drops. And that's what I want to go through and start recognizing and recommending to you guys on what makes a gun good. The fin, like I said, time to kill barely lowers, and you can still get 50% chest shots to be good. So what you guys can see on the screen, this is the time to kill of the fin versus the two best ARs, the AMAX and the FAR. This is what makes it, in my opinion, really good. It obviously doesn't kill as fast as those two guns, only about 60 milliseconds slower, which is a very minimal amount. But you guys can see where the AMAX drops off at 35 meters, it now kills faster. And the FFA drops out at 45 meters. This gun is similar to the AUG. It does not have a damage drop off as far as it does the same time to kill from 0 meters to 100 meters, which is what makes this gun incredible. So when those two guns drop off about the 45 meter mark, where they both drop off from 45 meters and beyond, which maybe using the fin there, it's an excellent weapon. Like I said, I'm just trying to recommend you guys guns to try out. This is definitely one of them. It's extremely accurate, probably as accurate, if not more accurate than the AMAX. And with that 1017 fire rate, if you miss a couple shots, you still will be able to shoot so fast that you'll be able to, recap that back and, hit those extra shots. But that's pretty much it for the time to kill of the fin and why it's one of the most underrated weapons. The next gun I want to go through and take a look at is a gun that was really surprising. The last and final gun on the list was the AN94. It's got good bullet velocity. The range is a little bit on the very low end, but it's highly accurate, and it also has, I believe, a tracer pack, which is kind of cool. As far as the overall stats, I will showcase them on the screen now for you guys. So the biggest factor with the AN94 is from 8 chest shots perfectly all the way down to only 1 chest shot and 7 to the stomach, your time to kill is maintained. The time to kill is about 618 milliseconds, which is between the GFUEL and the M4, which is pretty good. The fact that you can miss 90% of your chest shots and still maintain a time to kill is what makes this gun extremely underrated. Your time to kill from anywhere you hit them, from 8 chest shots, 7 chest shots, 6, all the way down to 1 chest shot, is the same time to kill. Like you just noticed on the fin, if you miss 1 chest shot, time to kill drops. That's what makes this gun excellent. As far as what it takes to lower your time to kill, it's going to be 6 chest shots with 1 headshot, 100% perk to the chest, and then all you have to do is get only 2 headshots. If you get 2 headshots and 4 chests, or 2 headshots and 1 chest, you still can lower the time to kill, which once again is what makes this gun good. You can literally miss a bunch of shots that aren't hitting the chest and still maintain those time to kills, which is what makes this gun excellent. So only 2 headshots to lower the time to kill, even 1. And then obviously, like I said, you can miss and still hit the stomach and still maintain the time to kill. As far as the rest of your stats as a Modern Warfare weapon, it's pretty average. But what to me caught me off guard here was that time to kill from 100% chest shots to 10% chest shots, same time to kill. And as you saw in a bunch of the other weapons, it changed a lot in that variant. So this is what makes the gun extremely underrated. If they end up nerfing or buffing something, I definitely think this might jump into the meta for sure. All right, so what we're taking a look at next is the AN94 time to kill versus that of the M4 and the GFUEL. M4 is a good mid-range weapon. GFUEL is a good long-range weapon. They are still 2 of the top 10 most popular weapons. And the AN94 is right here in the middle of both of those guns. You guys can see the time to kill is slightly slower than that of the M4 and slightly faster than that of the GFUEL. Obviously, the range is not the best, which is a big negative on why this gun is not as popular. But the biggest factor you guys will see when both those guns drop off about 45 meters on both, the AN94 has a 200 millisecond faster time to kill than that of the GFUEL, and a little over 100 milliseconds faster than that of the M4, which is what makes it excellent. This gun is stacked with the long barrel, with the commando, with the VLK to give it an incredible accuracy. The gun is definitely highly accurate. The bolt velocity is just as good as the other 2 guns, and the time to kill is much better. And like I said, even if you hit a chest shot, if you hit 100% stomach shots, you're still going to maintain a really, really fast time to kill, which is what makes this gun excellent. Obviously, GFUEL and M4 have the same damage from stomach, chest, and limbs, which is also what makes them good. But this gun is right there in the middle of both, which is why I definitely think you guys should try it out. I would love to hopefully see, I don't know if Raven is in charge of balancing all weapons of every gun, of every game, but I like to see a lot of weapon changes in the new season. So the A94, definitely a gun for you guys to try out. So that's pretty much it for the video. I know it was a lot of data to throw at you guys. Hopefully it helps. This is the one biggest factor for me when I've been watching a bunch of other YouTubers say this is the best gun in the game. A lot of people don't really look at the data of the guns and actually notice that. My next video, we're talking about what are the most overrated guns. We have the AMAX and the Groza, which have 100% chest shot requirements to maintain that time to kill you guys think they have. If you miss one chest shot, your time to kill drops on both guns, which will be my next video. So hopefully the data helps you guys. I'm pretty much going to do my best to start uploading more with the new season dropping, because they've been making a lot of good changes that I like to keep you guys updated on. So if you guys hadn't yet, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you guys subscribe down below. Make sure you guys like the video if it did help. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you.